If you're building anything on top of an LLM, chances are that you are already running evaluations. Evaluations, though, are only half of the picture. They can tell you which answer failed, but they cannot tell you why or what to change. To do that, we need to leverage a technique called error analysis. The problem with error analysis is the time that it takes. Reading 10, 50, 100 failing test cases takes hours of your time. And that's not a one-time activity. It needs to be done every time there's a new version of your product, every time you're running new evaluations. That's the part that we're going to speed up today. Leveraging a coding agent like Claude Code and Galtea Agent Skill, we're going to run error analysis automatically in under 2 minutes. Let me show you how. So here I'm in the Galtea platform. I already created a product which is Aria, a financial educator assistant. It's an AI agent that can help you with educational topics around finance, but cannot, for example, suggest if to invest in a specific stock or not. So she has some kind of guardrails. I already ran a baseline evaluations before this video so that we can see how the improvement process actually works. By the way, if you want to see how to add your own AI product on Galtea, there's another video for that. Here in this YouTube playlist is the link. Okay, so if we go inside the product, we can see that the results are already here for the first evaluation run. You can see that the score is 89%, and if we go to the evaluations, we will see that some have a high score, but others, for example, this, don't. So in the usual process, I would go in every of these evaluations to see the details, so the reason for the score, for example, and the whole conversation overview, and then by hand start to take notes. Now I'm going to show you how to do this with Claude Code instead. Okay, so now I'm going to open the terminal. I have mine with Claude Code already started, and the first thing that I want to do is to install the Galtea skill. This skill will teach the coding agent how to drive the Galtea command line interface. So you will be able to directly pull your product informations or run evaluations directly from the terminal. Okay, so now the skill is installed. So what I'm going to ask it to do is to pull all the informations about failed evaluations from the first version of our agent, Aria, and to group them by failure mode. So to do so, I will ask the chat. Okay, so now we can see that the coding agent pulled all the information. There were 54 evaluations in the first version of the agent, and Claude Code grouped all the failure modes into 2 different groups. The first one is missing professional consultation disclaimer on the conversation's closing turn, and the second one is a judge false positive, so disclaimer present but scored as missing. Okay, so now what I want to do is to actually implement the fixes that Claude Code suggested. In this specific case, I added this disclaimer to the product and I updated the LLM-as-a-judge that I was using in the platform. So now what I want to do is to create a new version. So I will prompt create a new version of the product to Claude Code. Okay, and if we go to the platform, we will see that actually a new version has been created correctly. So now I will run the evaluations again on the second version and compare them to the results of the first version to see if the improvements that I made using Claude Code actually were correct or not. So I'm going back to the terminal and I'm asking Claude Code to rerun the evaluations that failed in V1 for V2. Okay, now the evaluation should have finished running, so we can go back to the platform and we can go to evaluations, filter them for V2, and we can see that all of them return a 100% score. If we check analytics, we can see that we went from a score of 89% on average to 100. So the improvements actually work. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole loop and how you can do it in Claude Code in just a few minutes. So that your coding agent do the reading, the clustering, the rerunning on the evaluations, everything basically. If you want to try and run this on your own product, you can find both the playbook and the link to the Galtea skills below here in the comments. And so yeah, have fun.